Hello everyone, welcome my channel. I hope you had a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe to the video before we begin. Kyle talks to Billy at Crimson Lights about returning to Jabot. When Kyle inquires about Billy's new enterprise, his uncle reveals that certain details are still being worked out. It may not be his first rodeo with the media, but he intends to teach the old dogs new tricks. Kyle wonders if he is convinced he can pull it off. This offends Billy, but Kyle is genuine. He understands that starting a business from the bottom up is a lot of work. Making a killing. Soap's 35 most shocking deaths of all time. Billy apologizes, and they recall their previous objections. Kyle reveals that he's put his previous rage behind him. Victor taught him a few lessons the hard way. He's learned that happiness and trust all start with family. Now is the time for the Abbotts to stick together. Kyle knows that Billy got a raw deal from his mom and Victor and wishes him all the best. Even if it is with Phyllis, he adds, reminding him she was his mother-in-law. Billy is confident she's loyal to the bone. Kyle can concede that and wishes him the best again. Daniel stuns Phyllis. When her son notices that Phyllis is back to her former glory, she virtually jumps on him as she dashes into the athletic club. She claims that she is prepared to come up with ideas and provide the wow element. How many coffees has she swallowed so far, he wonders? Now that she doesn't have psychos chasing her, she gushes about them reaching greater heights. Her son questions whether mom is truly prepared for this. Perhaps she needed some time to gather her thoughts. Phyllis has no desire to go on vacation merely to hear her name mispronounced. She is eager to have action and wants to have her son by her side. Clearly, he's a lot less excited. Daniel tells his mother it's nice to see her happy about something other than hellfire and retribution. He's sure the business could be exactly what she needs. It's ours, she insists. Sure, this is the best thing to get him out of his grief. Billy joins Daniel and Phyllis and backs her up, saying Abbott Communications is ground zero for something amazing. But he quickly gets the impression that Daniel may no longer be on board. Phyllis insists her son simply needs to get the lay of the land so he can figure out how to showcase his talents. Daniel admits he can't figure out what he wants to do about anything. He's feeling blocked. His mom wants them to brainstorm, but Daniel suggests they just shove in somewhere. Billy wants him to be a vital piece of the company, but Daniel doesn't know what to do next. Phyllis insists they are the dream team and starts cheering. Billy wants to have faith in this, but he's not loving this lack of passion or creativity. I don't know if I'm ready for this, Daniel admits. He hates to disappoint his mom, but he can't move forward. After Daniel walks out, Billy admits he didn't expect things to go this way. Phyllis runs after her son as Sally enters. Billy informs Sally that the Abbott Communications triangle appears to have blown up in his face. Daniel recently told him that he doesn't sure what he wants. That makes sense to Sally, considering he had lost the love of his life. Billy understands it, but Phyllis and Daniel are a package deal. If Daniel is gone, she might be too. Sally says if she leaves, he can go on to Plan B. Billy doesn't own one of those. She's surprised he doesn't, given that Phyllis is his partner, and encourages he look into other choices. Who else could he trust? He can only think of one person, Sally. She is motivated and pushes the envelope. Although Sally is flattered, fashion is her passion. Her passion lies in Marchetti Z. Billy would never wish to take her away from her favorite item. Who else do you trust? She says. Jack, his older brother, is busy, but he has his trust. He acknowledges that he needs a partner when she pushes him to tackle it alone, proving that this isn't just an ego issue. She concurs that finding the appropriate companion is essential. She acknowledges Phyllis' loyalty and clarifies that she approached her with her worries regarding Dumas. The unknown man is untrustworthy, the redheads agreed. In the park, Daniel tells Phyllis he can't see what she wants happening. He doesn't know what he wants in life or business. He just doesn't want to disappoint her. He thought that one day the feelings he has would pass, but they haven't. Phyllis knows a job can't replace what he lost, but she thought it could give him some focus. Her son has been putting all of energy into looking after Lucy and finding reasons not to face what he's feeling. Daniel hoped that time would make things better. Instead, it just seems to have opened up an abyss. Phyllis holds her son and tells him that having a place to go might be the first step to finding a purpose and focus for his life again. Maybe that could ease him out of his pain. Daniel believes the company could be amazing, but has a hard time seeing himself there. It seems like the universe is telling him that Abbott Communications won't help him dig himself out of his hole. "Where do we go?" she asks. Daniel says, "Not us. The company is for her. It's where she needs to be. He can see that. It could heal her." Phyllis doesn't want to do it without him, but he urges her to dive in headfirst while he figures out his next chapter. Daniel drifts into Crimson Lights and over to the counter and orders a coffee. Spotting him, Tessa motions him over to her table and asks him for a clue to a crossword puzzle. He has the answer since he did it last night. They chat about crosswords until she notices he's down. Daniel confesses that it feels like his whole life has hit the brakes. It's been a dead stop out of the blue, and he doesn't know how to get back on track. Phyllis returns to the athletic club, where Billy and Sally are still seated on a sofa. He asks Phyllis what happened with her son. She'd like to speak to him privately, but he says he has no secrets from Sally. Phyllis explains that Daniel is not okay, and she needs his help. Victoria and Nikki join Claire at Society. They crowd around Nikki's phone to look at all the latest photos sent by Christian and Nick in London. Victoria and Nikki are taken aback when Claire suddenly announces that Kyle has asked her to move in with him. Nikki concedes that it makes sense since it's hard for them to find time for each other. "To be honest, I think that it's too soon," Victoria declares. It's a life-changing choice, and she thinks it would be better to take things slowly so the relationship is on solid ground. Besides, Victor is on a rampage, and this would be like throwing gas on a fire. The best course is not to make it worse. Claire doesn't want to put her life on hold. Nikki chimes in to say that Claire and Kyle should do what feels right, regardless of how Victor feels. Victoria is shocked to hear her encouraging Claire to provoke Daddy. She's sure a provocation would be the best way to sabotage their relationship. They argue about what's best for Claire and how wrong Victor is. Nikki refuses to let Victor dictate how Claire lives her life. To gain their attention, Claire taps her glass with a spoon. According to her, Kyle is prepared to risk upsetting Victor. Despite her naivete, she is still holding out hope that her grandfather will one day recognize Kyle's goodness. Victoria notes that he is already aware of that, but his obsession with Jack takes precedence over it. Claire hopes Victor will come to the realization that Kyle is not his biological father. Victoria cautions that it will never occur. According to Nikki, Claire shouldn't give Victor more confidence by complying with his requests. Claire maintains her optimism and notes that he did change his mind about Cole. Victoria remarks, "It took a long time." Claire is warned by Nikki if she puts her romantic life on hold, she may lose Kyle. That's not something Claire considered. She has no idea what to do anymore. This is all infuriating for her mother. Victor did the same thing to her for years. How can he keep getting away with it? She wonders. Nikki urges Claire to prove that Victor can't win every battle and defy him. Victoria warns it won't be easy, but she will be behind her. Claire hates the idea of upsetting her grandpa, but won't break up with Kyle for him. "Especially since I'm falling in love with him," she lets slip out. Nikki is thrilled for her. Victoria asks if Kyle has admitted he loves her. She wants her happy, not hurt. Claire insists what they have is amazing, and she can't wait for what's next. Kyle wanders in as she declares that she now knows what she needs to do next. When he asks what that is, she says, "Not just me, we." Thank you for watching the video. Please continue to follow and subscribe to my WSR Media channel.